She's got a little gangster lean. Alrighty guys, much better. Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Awesome video today, but first I have to say, if you're checking in trying to watch a deleted versus stock towing video, this is not the video for you. This is emissions intact tuning. It is the Banks Derringer, so emissions intact tuning. But it's an age-old debate. Should I tune my truck? Should I not tune my truck? Will it help me towing? Will it help me MPG wise? Well, I'm gonna answer that today. So here's what we got going on. We've got a 2017 F250 with a 6.7 Powerstroke. We are towing a Suretrac 25+5 trailer. The trailer itself is 8,800 pounds. We've got the bucket on the front, we've got chains in there, so we're somewhere probably around 9,200 pounds on just the trailer alone. Our Toyota FJ, we're at about 4,500 pounds with this guy coming from the factory. We've got a winch on the front, we've got a roof rack, I've got a bunch of stuff inside, we've got bigger tires on there. So we're somewhere around 5,000 pounds. So we're at probably about 14,400, 14,500 load, not counting the truck, so just the load. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna run the truck in stock tune on the Derringer. I'm gonna go for a loop. I'm gonna keep track of the MPG inside the truck. I'm not gonna do pump to pump. I'm just gonna let the truck do its thing. And we're gonna take a look at what it does in stock. I'm gonna come back, do the loop again on level 5. So on level 5, that should be 50 extra horsepower and 100 extra torque, which should make a difference. So will it help pulling up those steep hills? Will it help MPG? Well, let's go find out. All right guys, so I will show you that the first run that we're doing here is gonna be in stock tune. So there, Derringer stock. All right guys, so like I said, 2017 F250 with 440 horsepower and 925 torque on this thing. So we'll see how this thing's gonna do. I've towed about 4,000, maybe just over 3,000 pounds more with this truck than what I'm towing today. We have the truck in tow haul mode, we have our exhaust brake on, we have our trailer brake gain set at 8. 80 pounds in our airbags, and the truck feels great. The load feels great. So when I get to the top of the hill is when I'm going to reset my trip, and we'll go take a trip. I'll show you guys pulling some hills. We'll loop back around, put the Derringer on level 5, and do it all over again. And we'll see, you know, is it able to hold 6 gear longer? Does it feel stronger? Are the MPG results better? Is that extra power and torque that's being sent to this truck, you know, according to the iDash and the Derringer? Let's find out. Let's find out. Traffic is extremely busy up here, so try to get this trailer on the highway. We got a little bit of a break here, it looks like. Yep, we're going for it. So here we go. Alright, so right here is where I'm going to reset my trip. And let's go. Let's get up to speed. My foot is not to the floor right now. I'd say maybe half to 3/4 throttle. I got lots of pedal left. Now it's to the floor. We're gonna get up to highway speed. It is a hill. We do have a hill to get onto here right away. Okay. We're set at 104 kilometers an hour, if you guys can see that, hopefully. So we started off on a hill, and now we're going right back down, and we're gonna be going right back up a hill. So I'm not gonna bother showing you guys going down the hills. Let's just show you going up the good ones. We've got our first hill. We have a kind of a slow Tacoma here in front of us, but it looks like he's finally starting to speed up a little bit now. So this hill is very steep to start off with here. And here's what we got. So we are in 5th gear right now. It already did downshift at the bottom of the hill down there. I had to put the brakes on because of this guy in front of me. So right now we're in 5th gear. It is holding its speed, and we are about to crest the top of this hill. And of course the sun is directly in our face. So 5th gear, she pulled the hill, no problems. cresting the top of the hill. (2,000 RPM and up to 6, and we're cruising, and the guy in front of me is slowing down again. Alright guys, so we're going down this big hill. You guys have seen me use in videos before, and the truck did downshift twice. So we're actually in 4th gear right now. So we're in 4th gear right now, and I'm sure we're going to be in 4th gear when we get to the bottom of this hill. We'll see. So let's see what takes place here once we get down here and we're going back up. Still in 4th, 2,500 RPM. Almost at the bottom. Okay, now we're flattening out, and we're getting ready to go back up. Still in 4th. Up to 5th. 2,000 RPM. We're back up to speed. We're into the hill. Fifth gear pulls this hill, no problem again. Okay, so we're going down our next hill. Looks like 6th gear will do just fine for this hill. That tells you how steep the other one is. It dropped down to 4th. So just remember that when we're going back up. Alright, so the truck is in 6th right now, starting out at the bottom of this hill. We are into the hill right now. Losing speed, drop down to 5th. We're at about 1,900 RPM. Slightly gaining speed. Picking up some speed pretty good now. Going around a turn. Up to 6th and done. So 5th gear, again, no issues whatsoever. 1,900 RPM. We're at. So we have reached the halfway point, and we are at 25.5 liters per 100 here. Okay, so we'll loop around, head back and catch the big guy. We'll catch the killer. Get a little acceleration here. Again, we're on a hill. You can see the truck has no problem getting up to speed as it is. Just like that, we're at cruising speed. On a grade. Alright, here we go. Here we go. We're heading down just to go back up into the big mama. 6th gear held it that time going down the hill, so we're gonna start this pull in 6th gear. And I can guarantee you it's not gonna pull it in 6th. Question is, will it pull it in 5th? Here we go. So we're already starting to lose some speed. 5th gear into the hill, 1,900 RPM. We're not in the steepest part yet. The steepest part is right up here, but we're actually picking up speed in 5th right now. Okay, now we are in the steepest part. 5th gear. We are ever so slightly slowing down. Still going up the hill. Slowing down a little more now. We're gonna haul it. We're gonna haul it. 5th gear. 1900. Almost crested. Picking up speed now, big time. And 6th gear. Okay guys, alright, so when I get to my exit, that's when I'm gonna look at the trip, look at the mileage, see what the mileage was, and I'm gonna loop around and do the exact same thing. We're gonna pop this thing in level 5, and we're gonna see. I mean, I don't know. I don't really see it doing much better than that. It's definitely not gonna pull that hill in 6th gear, no matter what power's going through that. Not with 355 gears. So it'd be interesting to see what happens and what takes place, but it's not a super long run either. So if I was doing like a 100-mile trip, it would probably give you a better idea of fuel mileage and whatnot. But unless the number is like, you know, at 1 mpg better, if it's like 9, like if it's like 1 mpg better, well then wow, you know, the tuner's doing really good. But I can tell you from hauling my excavator with my 550 that I definitely noticed the difference with and without the tuner. Pulling power and mileage. The mileage got quite a bit, like considerably better over long hauls with this tuner than without it. But we'll see what the numbers are in this situation. So right here, 8.8 mpg. Getting a little shot of air. So 8.8 mpg on stock. So let's get turned around, turn this thing up. And we'll go at it again. All right. Level 5. Level 5. Let's go. See if I can get on the highway here again. It's a busy spot up here and there's like nowhere to get out of the way of traffic. People behind me will just have to wait. And just like last time, reset my trip. Done. Okay. Half throttle, 3/4 throttle. And right about here is where I floored it. So that's what I'm doing again. We got a grade. And we are up to speed. Okay, so I'm gonna take it off of the my screen I have set up here. I have set up for basically everything that you'd want as far as towing goes, but I'm gonna take it off of that and I'm gonna put it on the Derringer screen so that we can see, I can see when you know full power is being added or how much power is being added. That is a cool thing about the Derringer as well, that you can actually monitor that. So that's pretty neat. Here we go, here's our first hill. So last time we started in 5th gear because we were behind that Tacoma. So now we got clear sailing, we're in 6th gear. You know it's gonna drop down to 5th, there's no way around it. So you can see the power being added. 6th gear, drop down to 5th. Ooh, down to 4th. Down to 4th. It must have, you know, 6th gear, it just slowed down too much that it wanted 4th. So down to 4th, we're at 2,500 RPM. We're up past our cruising speed right now. Still in the hill. 5th. Just sort of cresting the hill. It has like a 2-stage sort of thing going on here. And we're in 6. Alright. Okay, so in stock tune, coming down this hill, we drop down to 4th. So we'll see what happens here. We are still in 6th right now. We're in 5th. 4th. So just like last time, we dropped down to 4th, and then when we hit this hill, we were able to pull this hill in 5th because it flattened out enough that it shifted up to 5th before we hit the hill. So we'll see what happens with this situation. We're still in 4th, we're still in the hill, going down the hill. Obviously no power being added right now. Still going down the hill. Starting to level out right now. Still in 4th, 5th. Okay, so very similar, very similar. So let's see what happens. So we're still in 5th gear. Pulling the hill. 3 or 4 bars of power there being added. And we are up. Basically. Sun sucks. Okay, 6th gear. So this was the last hill we pulled on the way there, and it was able to hold 6th gear the whole time going down the hill. It looks like that's going to be the same thing it's going to do right now. And then it dropped to 5th and then pulled this hill in 5th. The only hill that no, we pulled that one in 5th. We pulled the big one in 5th. Didn't we? Alright, so we're in 6th gear. Starting to lose some speed. 5th gear. Gaining speed. Gain speed quite quickly. Going around this sharp turn. We're up to 6. Reached the midway point. We're at 9.5 mpg. We're at 9.5. I can't remember exactly what we were at last time, but I don't think we were in the 9s. So far, we are seeing a fuel mileage improvement. We haven't seen a huge power improvement as far as being able to pull the hill in 6th gear, but we weren't going to see that anyway. But let's loop around and give this thing some juice, get up to cruising speed just like last time. And we'll catch the big mamma jamma on the way back. I'm not to the floor. I can notice a difference right now. It feels like it has more pull. Alright, yeah, we're up to speed. On a grade. Alright guys, here we go. Getting ready to tackle this big mamma jamma. Heading down, 6th gear so far. Still in 6. Yep, she's gonna hold 6. Now here we go. I can't remember, guys. Did it hold 5th gear last time? I think it might have held 5th gear last time. There's 5th right now. Picking up speed. EGTs are at 848, 850, 860. I'll let you know how hot they got. 5th gear feels stronger. Yeah, fifth gear feels stronger, guys. We were slowing down. We were below 100 kilometers an hour last time, and we are holding right at 100 right now. So fifth gear definitely felt stronger that time. We're at 950 on the EGTs. 950 is as hot as it got. Yeah, you could definitely notice that it was starting to get to the point in stock that I was not sure if fourth or fifth was going to hold it. Right there was no doubt in my mind that fifth was going to hold that. Definitely a difference there, absolutely, without a doubt. I'm really, yeah, I'm definitely convinced right there. That was a very, very, very good indication right there, 100%. I know maybe you guys can't see it through the camera or pick it up through the camera, or hear it, but you could hear it when I was driving. You could feel it, you know, like when you think it's going to get ready to drop down a gear, you're not sure if that gear is going to hold it. That's the way it felt on stock. That's no, right there with in level 5, there was no doubt in my mind fifth gear was going to do that. So right now, 9.1 mpg, and I believe on stock we were 8.8. Alright guys, so there it is. There are the results. Tuned versus stock. Banks Derringer. Like I said before, this is not a delete. This is not a crazy tune. This is a, you know, a safe tune. A safe tune. So, my end thoughts. Fuel mileage, I gained 0.3 over a short trip. So over a longer trip, I would expect to see higher gains, because I have in the past. With the 550 towing my excavator, I've seen pretty substantial gains MPG wise. So a slight gain MPG on that small trip, and I definitely noticed pulling up that big hill, the big steep hill, the Mamma Jamma I call it. I noticed it on that, like I said during the video. So I do know that the tuner is doing something for sure. Also, you're able to monitor everything. You can monitor all your temperatures. You can monitor, you know, absolutely everything, which is awesome. So that's what you want if you're towing. Like, yes, the added power is great, but just being able to know, you know, what your EGTs are, what your trans temps are, what your coolant temps are, you know, all that stuff. That's stuff that you want to know if you're towing long distance, because you don't want to be overheating anything. It's like, that's an indication something's going on. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it helps. Any questions at all, as always, hit me up. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. But for now, that's it, guys. So take care, stay safe. We'll see you next time. Bye.